Hey everyone! So today we are hosting a schooling jumper show. Every summer we do 3 little casual, low-key jumper schooling shows on Friday evenings. It's nice because it doesn't really interfere with the weekend horse shows and people can use them as a good preparation for weekend horse shows. But they're casual, they're low-key, but they're a lot of fun. Today I'm going to take everybody with me as we prep for that. So right now I'm just taking all the jumps down that are in the ring in preparation to drag them, and we're gonna get the course for the show set up. Another exciting thing that's happening today is that Warren, my RRP horse, that's him right there, is getting his front shoes back on today. We were trialing a little bit of him being barefoot. He was doing well for a while, but with the workload increase and the flies and the stomping and the drier, harder ground, he definitely could use his shoes back on before we escalate his training any further. So I'm excited to have him be back ready to work this week because he is supposed to go to his first off-property outing next weekend. So that will be exciting. I'm now dragging the outdoor arena. I typically use my ride-on lawnmower to drag my indoor and to also drag my paddocks, but it unfortunately cannot handle the sand in the outdoor, so I use my truck to drag the outdoor arena. It's a little interesting sometimes, but it works and does the job. Arena is all dragged and ready for jumps. I tend to alternate the way I drag the arena each time to keep the footing as even as possible. Today we went with a figure 8 pattern, which really helps to keep the trenches that form on the long sides from forming and getting too big. It helps to kind of pull the sand in off the edges. Now I am dragging my indoor. The ride-on mower is great for this because I can get right up next to the edges and well into the corners, which is really nice. Walter, you're really dirty. Why did you get so dirty? Hey Warren, I gotta take your buddy. Hey, gonna come get your shoes back on. Hi. Yeah, come on. Why are you standing like that? We are all done. Bell boots on. Reunited with his buddy. Hey D, you coming? Not you. Not you. You. Last but not least on the farrier list. Ready? Trying to get a cute video of Donovan getting his trim, but the sun is not cooperating. So I was holding horses for the farrier. A couple of my students who are being wonderful and helping to get ready for the show today set up some warm-up jumps out here in the cross-country field. So we have a cross rail, an oxer, and this will be a vertical, but it's a cross rail for now so that the cross rail class has a couple different jumps to warm up over. And it's adjacent to the outdoor, so very convenient. And then the indoor arena back there is for flatting or people want to lunge. So that is all set to go. It is now time for drawing course maps. So I always kind of have an idea of the jump layout in my head before the shows, but I don't actually draw the map until the course is set out in the ring so that I know that all the lines work and I don't have to redraw the maps. So here I am just laying the jumps out. This is going to be the first course. Every division has 3 different courses. And I always make the first course as inviting as possible. So I always put the first fence going towards the in gate and towards home and towards the other horses. And I try to do it at the far side of the ring so the horses have a chance to kind of tour the whole ring. As the courses go, they get progressively a little more challenging. They might have some trickier turns or a first fence going away from home or any number of things like that. I actually had my two student helpers help me design the second and third courses. I think that learning kind of a little bit about course design is a great skill to have. All right, so our course is going to start with a nice diagonal vertical going towards the other horses and going towards the barn. And then we're going to swing around to a jump on the center line, and you can make a nice left square turn to a nice ascending oxer. Go up the outside line, which is a 5, and then we jump 6. And you could decide whether to go outside to 7 or inside to 7, depending on how competitive you want to be. And then we finish up over our little skinny at 8. Course is all set. Maps are posted. And we are ready for our horse show. And our show has kicked off. We do usually start with the ground pole division, but we just had one entry in there, so we're mostly starting with the cross rail division. For the ground poles and the cross rail divisions, the scoring is done by whoever is the clear round closest to optimum time. So our ground pole classes, our optimum time is 220 meters per minute, which is just kind of like a nice forward trot. And for our cross rail divisions, our optimum time is set at 300 meters per minute, which is a nice, easy-going canter. Probably get away with trotting a fence or two and still be pretty close to that time. The reason for this is so that nobody is racing around trying to go as fast as possible over ground poles and cross rails. Once we go up to the next division, which is the 2-foot, then all of the classes are just speed classes, which means that the fastest clear round wins. What I love most about these shows is just how supportive and encouraging everybody is, whether it is people from our barn or people who come in to show with us from other barns. The whole community and environment is just so supportive. It's such a nice thing to see. Because these are very much schooling shows and designed to be a low-key outing to kind of move up a new level or test out a new partnership or come to your first show. I do allow coaching, so the trainers who come are absolutely welcome to coach their riders, tell them where they're going, tell them what their course is, and I'm also happy if somebody is having an issue to kind of let them try a jump again or jump something else to end on a successful note.
And you're blue.
Yeah, I really liked Oregon.
I've been there before, and I really liked it.
And then your other blue.
My aunt lives in Washington, so my mom had a conference in Portland before my freshman year of high school. Good boy, Toad! And
So we run a few different divisions at these shows. We have our ground pole and cross rail classes, which are our optimum time divisions. And then we have our 2-foot, which is what you just saw Toad and one of my students doing in the previous clip. And then this is another one of my lesson horses, Pal, and another one of my students doing the 2-3 to 2-6 division. And we try to do like 50% of the jumps at 2-3 and 50% of the jumps closer to 2-6. It's a nice little move up division, especially for my eventing students who are making the jump from starter to beginner novice soon. And then we also have a 2-9 to 3-foot division, and we have a 3-3 plus division where we kind of do whatever height people request and just pin it all together. But honestly, our most popular divisions are the 2-foot and the 2-3, 2-6.
Push. Nice, Emma. And find the middle and help him with your legs. Yeah.
good boy.
That was really good.
And really hear just how positive and supportive everybody is in some of these clips. So here is Toad again with another one of my students. He's in the 2-3, 2-6 this time, and he is wrapping up our show day. So we have 2 more of these shows to run. We run them as a series and do series and prizes and awards at the end. And I do plan on documenting some of the others as well. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.